Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. This is the video where I'm going to swatch my purple holographic polishes. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. I thought there was 9. There's another one somewhere maybe. I've got loads of like flaky purple polishes, purple creams. Yeah, I'll probably get around to them at some point, but purple, green and blue are my favourite staple nail polish colours. I've got different finishes in all of those, in those shades. But today I'm going to focus on my holographic purples, just in case there are any of them that are so similar to each other that maybe I can consider destashing. So I've done like a main destash. I've got down to like less than 400 polishes from like, my peak was probably about 2,000. I would say I always struggle to count them when it got that big, but I counted them when I did the destash the other day and it's definitely less than 300. So yeah, it's now getting to the point where it's quite difficult to thin the collection down any further really, but I'm trying. And the fact that I've got 8 polishes here that are effectively purple holographics, they're different. Some of them are the scattered, or there's 2 different types of holographic, scattered and linear holographic, that's it. Wow, I've forgotten all the kind of nail polish terminology. But I'm going to go with, so I've got 4 Ardors Nails polishes, 2 that I think are from, no, this one here is from a Christmas collection. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go through them, start with the ones that I think might be similar to each other. I think that might be similar to this one. This is a England purple that's actually quite a vivid, more of a violet purple. And then I think these ones, so I've kind of stacked them compared to, you know, what I think might be similar to each other. So let's start with the paler ones. This one I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of. In fact, I know I'm not, because this is called What Would Lisa Do, which is part of the Nail Ninjas collection that Kat did. And this was at a time when we had what we call Nail Ninjas, where we were like mulling polishes across to each other, and we were trying to get the rules changed for sending polish internationally. This is Lisa's polish, Lisa Hendy, who ended up doing her own nail polish brand, Bedford, what was it called? I've got polishes from Lisa, Bedford and Grove, which is kind of Friends based polish. So this one is a really nice, it's kind of like a pale, I was going to say blurple, but it's not. It's more of a kind of muted grey purple, and it's a really nice holographic. Actually, I've not worn this for ages, but that was a polish for Lisa, because Lisa loves purple polishes. So yeah, that's What Would Lisa Do. And then I think this might be quite a similar shade. This is from the holographic collection. This is IDK, which is China Glaze came out with a collection a few years ago, their holographic collection, which I think was a kind of reformulated from an older collection. I don't know, my nail polish knowledge has faded somewhat over the years, along with the rest of my brain. It's similar, but it's a bit brighter. There's definitely more of a grey tone to What Would Lisa Do. Yeah, it barely looks purple there, but honestly, it is definitely a holographic purple polish. It's more of a neutral shade, but I do love it. And then this one is the China Glaze IDK. All the names were sort of based on like text language, so obviously this is I don't know. So it's the paler of the holographic purples, but they're both too different from each other to think of destashing either one of them. I wouldn't want to do that, because this is also part of a collection. But I think I've got all of them. Yeah, I think I've got all of the polishes in this collection. And then this not Arders Nails, A England Crown of Thistles is quite a bright violet purple. Again, I've not worn this for ages. This is more of a pinky, very bright purple, compared to the other two are quite muted. So, you know, you can have holographic purple polishes with that actually are nothing like each other, even though you've got 8 of them. But yeah. Oh, there's a bit of a whiff to that one. Some of these older polishes are quite strong. That is beautiful. I went the other way on the swatch. I was going this way, wasn't I? I do like that. What would Lisa do? I'm going to need to wear that soon, I think. Maybe I should put it in my spring collection. Yeah. This one here is a Girly Bits polish, and this is a holographic, but if you can see in the light there, it's got some really finely milled red flakes. It's like a red flash in there, if you can see that. So it's quite unusual, and this one's called Protect Your Girly Bits, and I think this is the only... I did have a couple of Girly Bits polishes, but yeah, I've only got this one now, I think. Have I? Yeah, I think this is the only Girly Bits one that I've got. And I believe, wasn't Girly Bits, didn't they do like indie, Canadian indie polishes as well as their own brand? A bit like Rainbow Connection in the UK. But yeah, again, that is a really pretty purple, and I wish you could see. I don't know if you can you? Yeah, there, the red glitters in there. It just makes it... This is a really pretty polish. Protect Your Girly Bits. This next one is from Sarah at Polish Me Royalty, and this was a UK brand. This is my first UK indie brand, and I used to have a box full of Polish Me Royalty polishes. She doesn't make polishes anymore, which is a shame, because she had some really creative collections. But this one is called Revenge, and it's a really bright, deep purple. Oh, that's also got a bit of a whiff to it as well. Oh, I'm going to be on the ceiling by the time I finish this this video. Look at those shades though. Purple is such a beautiful colour. Yeah, and that's quite a strong holographic. Let me see if I can bring the light in a little bit more. Yeah, I do like that one. Let's see if this is similar. So these last 3 are Arders Nails, and this one is Love You Honey Bunny. And I think this was perhaps the first Arders Nails I got as well, or one of the first Arders Nails. This is from an older collection. It is very similar to Revenge, but the holographic is slightly different. This is more of a linear holographic, whereas I Love You Honey Bunny... No, Revenge. Revenge is more of a... I'm getting high on these fumes. Revenge from Polish Me Royalty is more of a scattered holographic, and this one here from Arders Nails, I Love You Honey Bunny. The shade is very similar. In fact, it's pretty much exactly the same, but the holographic is different. Don't know if you can see that. This one's more it's smoother holographic. And then these last 2 here, let's see if they're similar. They do look it in the bottle. This one is called Violacious Dreams, and I think this is from a collection that Kat did that was aimed at like nail polishes for men, for boys, I think. Yeah, this is more of a pinky purple. So they are different. And this one here is from a Christmas collection, Merry Berry Christmas. It did look similar to Violacious Dreams in the bottle, but it is darker. It's the same kind of colour category of purple, but it is definitely darker. So actually, I'm going to keep all of these. I can tell you that before I've even put a second coat on. They're purple, but they are all very different purples. I'm going to put a second coat on, and we can come back and just look at the prettiness of the holographic and those purple shades. But yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Oh, just look at how pretty these shades are. I love all of them. Yeah, in fact, I don't think I've worn a purple polish for a while, actually. I'm going to take these two out and put them in my spring basket because I feel as though I need to wear these two soon as part of like my spring choices. And then these are just, can you see the red there? I'm amazed at this one. I knew that it was different because of this red like glittery flash in there, but it's beautiful. These two are actually quite similar in shade. This Revenge actually from Polish Me Royalty could do with maybe a thinner in there, just because the formula's getting a little bit thick now. But this one is amazing. The I Love You Honey Bunny. It's still spectacular, the formula. And these two are more of a kind of berry, like damson sort of purple. They are quite similar now when I think about it. So but the shades are slightly different. Oh, can I justify keeping both of them? Yeah, I think I can. They're different enough from each other. And they're definitely like autumn shades that I would wear, like both of them. So yeah, I'm keeping both. That's Violacious Dreams and what was this last one? Was Berry Merry Christmas from a Christmas collection a few years ago. Yeah, I absolutely love purple polishes and purple holographics. The shiz. So I think if I've got a collection of like 400 polishes and I've only got 8 that are purple holographics, then I don't think that's too bad, really, is it? Is it? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Which one of these are your favourites? Do you like purple holographics? See you in the next one. Bye.